where America goes for funding. Your direct nationwide lender. Appreciate all of you guys watching the show and the channel. Every week we come to you talking about real estate, mortgage, credit, stuff that's going on in the market. So appreciate all of you guys checking in. Call or text us your direct nationwide lender, 832-431-6331. It's where America goes for funding, guys. We do it all. We do commercial, residential, private lending, no documentation, hard money, business loans, business lines of credit, ground up construction for primary and investment property. So a lot of different funding opportunities that we do. Commercial loans. The only thing that we don't do is raw land for long-term holding. So like if you're going to buy raw land, we need to do something with it, whether it's construction. We just don't do, buy and hold raw land. That's the only thing we don't fund. But everything else, asset-based, no credit, good credit, bank loans, conventional, all that stuff. So subscribe, hit the like button, please, enable notifications, share this. We need all the help and support we can to keep growing our channel. Appreciate all of you guys tuning in and watching us, checking us out. We do our lives every single week, and then we have a bunch of other videos that we have on the YouTube channel. So this week I just got back from the Keller Williams family reunion in Las Vegas. That was awesome. Got to meet a lot of great people. Good evening, Kevin. Thank you so much for tuning in, checking us out. Got to meet a lot of great people. Keller Williams has a huge following. There's literally over 15,000 realtors over there, and it was such a great experience. Tony Robbins was there. It was really nice. I was just really, really excited. I met a lot of really cool people. Excuse me. So, and it was really inspiring. So got to network with a lot more agents, meet a lot more people. We had the, opportunity to be one of the lending sponsors for Keller Williams. And, it was really, really neat because a lot of people didn't know about us, and we got to let them know who we are, what we do, and we got to help a lot more clients. So it was really, really fun to be out there. So the Keller Williams family reunion was really, really neat. It's like a 4-day event, and got a lot of connections, and so that's cool. If you haven't been there, go check that out. It's going to be there. I don't know if it's going to be in Vegas next year again, but I do know that they do it every year. I'm not sure if it's going to be in Las Vegas. It was at Mandalay Bay in Las Vegas. So anyway, that's that. So I'm going to be talking about some stuff tonight. If you guys have questions, hit me up down below. Anything that you want to ask me, definitely we can, go over that. So I have a couple things I'm going to be going over tonight. Some investor programs, self-employed programs. We're really what we cater to mainly. The biggest market is investor and self-employed. We also do a lot of stuff for first-time buyer, but a lot of investor. A lot of self-employed. So a lot of stuff that we talk about is like business loans. We have business lines of credit, just stuff like that. We also have a whole bunch of loan programs for first-time buyers. And we've talked about those, immensely on our channel. So, we do a lot of private loans too. We offer all the regular stuff like regular banks. So the reason why I don't talk about it that much is it's kind of boring because everybody does it. Like we have conventional, we have bank loans, we got all that stuff. Whether you go to any bank, you can get that, and we offer them. We compete with them too. I don't get excited about it because it's pretty plain Jane vanilla. And if but we have it if you all want it too. So the stuff I like about it is I like niche stuff that's interesting to talk about. That's different because that's just how I am. I like to be different and offer different things. But if you want the plain Jane, we got that too. There's nothing against that. I'm happy to offer that as well. But one of the things that we really specialize in is, having things that other people don't and really being different. So, but yeah, anyway, so if you guys have questions, like I said, hit me down below. Hey, Peter, what's up, man? How are you? I'm going to first talk about the investor cash flow program. This is geared towards investors that are trying to buy real estate properties, whether it's single family or multifamily. So, hey, Michael, what's up, buddy? How are you? Thank you for checking in, man. The investor DSCR loan. Okay, check this out. If you're an investor trying to buy real estate properties, with our investor loan, you can buy unlimited properties. There's no limit to how many you can purchase. It's a true 30-year fixed mortgage. It's not hard money. There's no personal income check on you, so no tax returns, no W-2s, no pay stubs. You can buy the rental property just off the cash flow like a commercial loan, and you don't need 25% down. You don't need 20% down. We do it with as little as 15% down, guys. So that means if you're buying a $100,000 property, you just have to put 15,000 down. We're going to give you 85,000, and you can buy as many as you want, and you can close in your LLC. You don't have to close on your personal credit. So that's really strong because most lenders want 20 to 25% down on DSCR loans. So, and these are 30-year fixed mortgages. Okay. So it's a no-brainer, guys. If you're trying to accumulate rental properties now, this is for long-term financing, 30 years. This is not for fix and flip. This is if you're trying to have, rental properties that produce cash flow, whether short-term or long-term rentals. But the idea is, long-term holding. So that's a really, really strong program, and I'm excited to offer that. Just a good cigar here. I don't know if you guys, my father cigars are really good. They do a good job. Anyway, so with that, cool. Appreciate you for checking in, bud. So with that, you can close in your LLC. It's a 30-year fixed mortgage. The main requirement for this loan is you have to own your primary residence. You can't be a renter, be renting free, renting your primary, in other words, and then purchase with this property. You have to own your primary. So you have to, number one, own your primary residence, and then you can purchase with the investor cash flow. Oh, cool. Yeah, the judge is great. Yeah, this is that's a my father right there. They do a good job. I mean, it tastes like a Cuban cigar. Yeah, good job. And good price too. They're priced well, $10, 12 bucks, $9, whatever. It's hard to believe, but um, anyway, so that's the main requirement. The other thing is that you have to have at least a 660 or higher credit score. So 660 or higher credit score, own your primary residence. You have to have 6 months reserves. That means 6 months of mortgage payments of the new home that you're buying, not your current primary, of the new home that you're buying. So if the payment's $1,000 a month, you have to have 6,000 in your bank account on top of the 15% down. Okay. So those are really the main requirements. You can 30-year fixed mortgage. It's not for rehab properties. This is for long-term 30-year fixed financing. But it's a really, really good program. Okay. Yeah. So we offer that product's live. So if you want to get pre-approved for that, or you got a deal, reach out to us. That's live, ready to go. The next one that's really, really strong, that is very different, is our 1 year. Uh, yes, uh, our 1 year self-employed program is amazing. So check this out. If you're self-employed and you want to get funding to purchase a property, you no longer have to be 2 years self-employed to get funding with us. We have a 1 year self-employed program. So you could have been W-2'd before, your whole career, your whole life prior, and now you just have 1 year of self-employment. Okay. I'll give you an example of a loan that we did for somebody. So he was a chef at a restaurant. I'm not going to name the restaurant because you would know who it is, but he was a chef at a restaurant, W-2 employee, and he was there for like 9 years. So he didn't own the restaurant; he was a chef there. Okay, so then he went and had that job, right, for 9 years, and then left that job. Okay, left that job to start his own restaurant. So he's only owned his own restaurant for like 13 months. All right, now he wants to buy a house. Okay, so now normally you cannot get a loan with this situation until he owned that restaurant for 2 years. So with us though, we have a program where it's 1 year self-employed, and we were able to get him approved and close on his house here in Dallas, Texas. So anyway, so that's how the 1 year self-employed program works. The biggest thing on this 1 year self-employed program is continuity of same line industry. So what does that mean? Just like in this example, the guy that was a chef and now he opened his own restaurant, he stayed in the same industry. He stayed in hospitality, he stayed in the restaurant business. So that's how this works. Like you can't be a chef and then go work in, astrophysics, or go work for, the zoo because you're changing the industry. Then that's not going to work for the 1 year self-employed, right? Or you're a chef and now you're a truck driver. You're changing industries. That's where you're going to have to have that 2 year requirement. So the key is just stay in the same industry. If you stay in the same industry, then you'll be fine. And you don't need tax returns, too. And there's no tax returns required. So no tax returns. You can use your bank statements. You can use your 1099 to be able to purchase the home. Now, it does require that you have a 720 or higher credit score. That is a requirement for this. And you can do it for a refinance or a purchase. And not just for a purchase, you can also do it for a refinance. You can go up to a $2 million house. We'll lend up to 80%. So you got to put 20% if it's a purchase. We'll give you 80%. Now, if it's a refinance, then we'll just lend up to 75%. But it's a strong program for the right people. We can use your 1099, we can use your bank statement, we can use your financial statement. No taxes, no W-2s, no pay stubs for that product. So that's a really, really good one for self-employed. So that's a strong one if you're self-employed. Now I want to talk about business loans a little bit. We also offer business loans, a lot of different business loans that we do. A lot of people will go with us to get their home loan and the business loan at the same time. I had a client today. He bought a $700,000 house in Pennsylvania, in Pittsburgh, and then we also gave him a $150,000 credit line for his business at the same time. And he used some of that credit line money for his down payment on his new house. So let me kind of break that down for you. So he's self-employed, owns his own business, and we got him approved to purchase his home with 10% down. Just doing a self-employed no-doc loan. So no tax returns, no W-2s, no pay stubs. Just gave me his 1099. Boom, got him approved. He's good. He's buying a $700,000 house. Now, he also, like I said, owns a business. All right. So he said, hey, can you also hook me up with a line of credit for the business? So we offer business loans. We have long-term, working capital. Hey, Marco. Yes, you can get a first lien HELOC on your house, Marco. We offer it if your house is paid off. That's okay. No, you don't have to move out of that house. I know a lot of lenders don't do a first lien HELOC if you have a paid off mortgage. We offer it though. That's okay with us. The first lien HELOC. I don't know if that answers your question or not. I'm not sure. But anyway, so business loans. We offer lines of credit. We have term loans. We have working capital loans. So let me talk about the line of credit. So, and my client here, and we do this all the time, but yeah, so we can give you the mortgage and a business loan too. Now I'm going to talk about all the different business loans that we offer. You got to see, we have many different types. So we have, long-term business loans. We can go up to 10 million on a long-term business loan. 1-year loans, 3-year loans, 5-year loans, 7-year loans, 10-year loans. That's a term of the loan. And it's up to a $10 million loan. We'll go down to a 550 credit score. Now, depending on the way that it works to determine how much you can get is obviously how much you're depositing into your account. Okay. So like if you want, $1 million loan, you got to be depositing, who does the SBSS pull from? So if you want a business loan, for example, then, and you want a $1 million loan, um, the Donald, let me make. What do you? I just want to make sure I understand what you're asking as far as the business loan. Oh, what credit? What credit bureau? They take Experian, but we go down to a 550 credit score for the business loan. So we're okay if the guy doesn't have the best of credit. What we're really looking for is the cash flow of the business. So these business loans, what they're looking for is, what's the cash flow? Yeah, so they want to see how much money is coming in. So this is for businesses that, they're depositing, at least, 20, 30,000 a month or more of business income. Okay. So yeah, because they want to see, good numbers on the deposits. They want to see if a guy wants $1 million loan, he's got to be depositing, at least $1 million to the bank account a year. Right. Now, I'm not saying that he's going to be keeping $1 million. It's not $1 million net income, but he has money coming in revenue, gross revenue. They're not hitting him with the expenses. They're looking at just the revenue. So you got, $1 million a year in revenue, then you can get $1 million. My business. Yeah, we could do that all day long, Peter. That's a slam dunk, man. That's what we do. 1099 business loan. You get 100% credit for the 1099 income. And if you want a loan for your business too, we can give you a business loan too. So you have lines of credit. Now the business loan goes up to 10 million. The line of credit goes up to 750K. The line of credit is just like how a line of credit works. So, you only pay interest when you borrow from it. All these rates on these business loans, they start at 7% and they go up from there. Now we also have high risk, bad credit business loans too. If that's something that you need, sometimes those make sense. They're not as bad as like a payday loan, but if you're in a situation where you need that, we also have it. I mean, obviously they're not the best of loans, and I'm not trying to advocate for it, but sometimes people need that. We offer those too, but it just depends on, like, again, I'm not a big fan of them, but sometimes I will say this, that I have seen where it helps people to take a MC, they call it a ACH loan, MCA loan, where basically the interest rates are ridiculous. They're 20, 30%. But sometimes that they do help, depending on whatever the predicament the business is in, So, but the loans I'm talking about, the business loans I'm referring to, are low rate, long-term loans or lines of credit that I'm recommending to do if you have a, stable, solid business. If you don't have a stable, solid business and, there's an issue, then we also have other, yeah. So it just depends on the situation that you're in. and they're not. And you know, the thing is that those business loans that are like hard money business loans, they're there. Um, they're I'm not going to say that they're predatory, but I think that they do have a purpose. But if you don't need it, don't do it. It doesn't. It's not good to do. So, and I'm not a big advocate of it. It's like a last ditch effort type thing. But I don't see. I mean, I guess it has to be a very specific situation where it makes sense to do it. Because really, if you do a hard money business loan, it could set you back further. It doesn't really help you. So now, one thing that does help that I do recommend is that, and that's the next thing I want to talk about, is we offer no documentation, second mortgage, uh, second lien mortgages, and second lien HELOCs. Now that's a good loan. Okay. So I do this for a lot of self-employed people that own real estate. Now these are real estate secured second mortgages or HELOCs. This is a good loan because it's fixed, you know, for 15, 20, 30 years, and the rates are more reasonable, starting at 7.5%, 8% interest. So that's a good loan where, for example, let's say you own a rental property and the rental property is worth 500,000 and you owe 100,000, we'll give you a line of credit or a mortgage up to 75% and no doc. That's a good loan. Okay. So, and I do that all day long for self-employed people. You can do it on your primary residence up to 85%. You can do it on your second home up to 85%. You can do it on your investment property 75% and get a mortgage. Second, like if you have a first mortgage already, you don't want to touch that. You want a second mortgage, you could do a line of credit or a mortgage behind it. And you don't need tax returns. You don't need W-2s. You don't need pay stubs. I would definitely recommend that over a hard money business loan all day long. So, and hopefully you're in a situation now. There are requirements for these loans. Okay, so you have to have at least a 680 or higher credit score. You have to have 12 months of bank statements. So those are the main requirements for that loan. So, but it's a 30-year. You go up to a 30-year fixed. The HELOC loan just works just like a revolving line of credit. You only pay interest when you draw from it. Now the HELOC you have to have, I want to clarify, the HELOC you do have to have a 720 or higher credit score. The second mortgage, you have to have a 680 or higher. I was asking if I put the first lien HELOC on my paid house. Oh, Marco, I understand what you're asking me. So you're asking, can you move out? Well, see, the thing is that and that's a good question. So we offer first lien HELOCs on primary, secondary, and investment properties. So at the time of our closing, if it's your primary residence, obviously that's how we'd write it. If you move out later for whatever circumstance, you know, the lender, you know, they want to really see that, okay, if it's your primary residence, that you're staying there for at least a year. Obviously, there are circumstances. I had a client recently that, you know, he got transferred for his job. You know, he closed on his house and then he got transferred. So what, you can't do anything about that. You can't stop that. Life gets in, you know, life gets in the way. It comes up, you know, or it just depends on what the situation is. The biggest thing is that you just, you know, you're entering into it in good faith that, okay, that was my, now, if you're saying that you're going to move out before, then it's an investment property, then that's what it is, or a secondary home. So you just have to, you know, go in there with the right intention and the right expectation. If it's your primary residence now, then, you know, we would write it as such. What you don't want to do is you don't want to try and, you know, trick the system or get around and say, well, that's not really my primary. I'm just going to move out. No, you don't want to do that. So this is my primary. I'm living here, and I'm going to give you a first lien HELOC. Or if it's an investment property, then, you know, then we can do it as an investment property too. It's okay. The only thing is that the difference is that, and a lot of it depends on some people. They're departing, they're leaving their primary, and they're going to their investment property, or they're going to another primary, and they're going to make their current home their investment property. and you just have to let us know that so we are aware, so we can write the loan accordingly. So I don't know if that makes sense and answers your question. The bottom line, you can do a first lien HELOC if the property is free and clear. You can do it as a primary, you can do it as a secondary home, you can do it as an investment property. You have all these different options that you can do. But, and we have the first lien HELOC program and we have the second lien HELOC program. That's really good. They're both great programs. So the one thing I do want to clarify too, the second lien HELOC, you can do that full doc or no doc. The first lien HELOC is not available as a no doc loan. It's only full doc only. So the first lien HELOC it's only full doc with tax returns or W-2s. So I just want to make sure that you guys are aware of how that works on the first lien. Second lien HELOC, you can use no doc bank statements or full doc. Okay. So that's, basically is kind of a nutshell of some of the products I want to talk about tonight. So, I appreciate all of you guys tuning in, watching the show on the channel. We know we do this every single week. Don't forget too, we rolled out our loan partner program. You guys, if you're someone that generates a lot of referrals, we have our loan partner program. We can get you signed up for that. You can legally legit get paid for referrals when you join our team. And you can reach out to us to get more information. We've done a lot of videos about that, about our loan partner program. You can get signed up for that. You can, like I said, you got referrals, you got a lot of referrals that you can send over to us. You can get paid on them with our loan partner program. It's an awesome program. You get to join our company, become under our bank umbrella charter, and we can hook you up, get you paid. So you can double, triple your income for the year, whatever. And we do all the work. We process all the loans. You don't have to do any of the work. We do it for you. So that loan partner program is real strong. So I highly recommend, if you're someone that generates, a good amount of business and you want, hey Hunt, what's up? How are you? Thank you for watching, man. So cool. So that's kind of a nutshell of the things I want to talk about tonight. So we have a lot of information on our podcast and our channel. A lot of videos that you can check in, tune out. Don't be a stranger. Please reach out, call, text us, 832-431-6331 if we can do anything for you. We're here to help you. It's where America goes for funding, guys, for the last 2 decades. Call or text our office, 832-431-6331. You can check us out on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube. You can check out our channel. If we can do anything to help you guys, we're open 7 days a week too. We told you the message is in the messenger. That's right. Good man, Donald. Appreciate all of you guys checking it out and tuning in. Hope you guys. Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate that. I hope we're getting you good information. I try. I'm not the best, but I certainly try. I do it, after hours, after running the shop, and come out here and talk with you guys. So I hope you guys are enjoying and that you're liking the content. And it's all, like just. Oh, thank you, I appreciate that. If we can help you all with anything, don't be a stranger. Reach out. I mean, I talked about some of the key things tonight. Oh, you're welcome, Michael. Appreciate you watching the investor program, self-employed, business loans, no doc second mortgage. So that's kind of a nutshell of what I want to discuss tonight. If we can help you guys have any questions, hit us, call, text us, whatever, 832-431-6331. Appreciate you guys watching. Y'all take care. Have a great weekend with your families. Enjoy. If I can do anything for you, reach out to us, call or text us. Thank you all so much. Take care. Stay strong. We'll see y'all again next week. Later. Bye bye.